Sup traders, let's do a pre-close analysis of the market. It's the 12th of November, Tuesday. Let's look at the news. We didn't really have any news going on today for any of the dollar pairs. No red folder news anyway, but we have got pretty volatile news coming up tomorrow and the day after with CPI and PPI at 1:30 US time, UK time. Euro dollar, I was expecting price to come down and take out that sales high liquidity. I wasn't sure if he was going to do it today, but I did it today. We essentially had no pullback going into London session, and price just dropped without giving any much pullback on a trade, which is kind of annoying for a trend trade. But we got some entry at the end of the day. But yeah, on the 4-hour time frame yesterday, right, during the close we held this bearish fair value gap above those order blocks, took out the liquidity off these two candles high, tapped into that fair value gap, and then just dropped. It tapped into that fair value gap's 50% and then dropped. And this is still Monday yesterday, and this morning 1 a.m. candle is that one. We didn't really get any kind of a pullback going into the day. We did have some pullback, right? It's just the way price printed was really not nice. We came down to this previous day's low, just failed to close below. We just had loads of low wick candles failing to close below, and then we had this pin bar trying to push up, then this pin bar trying to push down, and then this candle trying to push up, and then this bearish engulfing was probably a good sign to go short at the time as I was watching it, because we have a clear drawn liquidity, which is this sell side liquidity. And yeah, that would have been a good trade, but for me, yeah, not really. I wanted to see price come in, during London Open. Wanted to price to come up here and then drop lower, but it looks like we'd already come up there, right? This is the high. We dropped, we displaced, break a block, left fair value gaps, and then this is the pullback. It's not always going to be a deep retracement. Sometimes it's just a small order block, which price takes liquidity off yesterday during Tuesday 12 o'clock, and then just drops. But this little accumulation right here gave me some confirmation and confluence to enter a long position at this 50% of the daily time frame fair value gap below that sell side liquidity. Like I said, London session really didn't give me any trading opportunities. I'm not trading around here. I don't really know how to trade there. New York session, I was expecting maybe a deeper retracement, but it looks like we won't get in that. We found resistance at this previous day's low, came down, and this was honestly probably the only entry that I was looking at to short, but because I don't trade it, I don't really know it, so I left it. This market structure shift, which was followed by a pullback into the 618. This order block held multiple times right there, right? This order block right here, look at how nicely it fails to close above so many times. And then this candle right here was the cementing candle, suggesting we're going to continue lower. So yeah, order block continuously held. Bearish engulfing candle, everyone's thinking cool, we're going down. Bullish engulfing candle, now everyone's panicking. Boom. By everyone I mean me. And then we get this inside bar bullish pin bar, which suggests price wants to continue higher. And then we get this bearish engulfing candle, which failed to push higher. And then after that was a good location to go short. And then price pulls back and then continues lower. Yeah, that's a good entry right there. This candle, this candle like this that comes after price does these moves around here, and then this bearish engulfing candle after an inside bar bullish pin bar candle is a very good candlestick pattern to continue identifying for myself in the future. And then we drop, and then I took an entry at this 50% off this daily time frame value gap below this sell side liquidity at 1.06 level, and I got out somewhere around here with a 1-to-1, although it could have been a 2 or 3-to-1. So yeah, that's euro dollar going into tomorrow. Honestly, CPI day, I'm going to see how market opens. Still bearish, but we have come into quite a good level, and we also have this sell side liquidity now that we can continue to monitor. It just depends on how CPI plays out. Pound dollar, interesting, because we came into this weekly time frame order block where I was expecting price to find some kind of a support we approached that level, which also happens to be right below this sell side liquidity on the daily time frame, with a small fair value gap as well. And as price approached that level this morning during London session, I was looking for opportunities to go long, because we also we've had this extreme accumulation going on, right? And this is kind of manipulation for me at the moment, but by the looks of things, it looks like we might come down to the sell side liquidity tomorrow. CPI news might drop it, right? So we'll have to wait and see. But like the euro dollar, we didn't really I was expecting, before price coming to that sell side liquidity, I was expecting some kind of a retracement before coming down, and we didn't get that. Like euro dollar, this one, found liquidity above this order block. Same again here. It left a fair value gap and then just dropped. Didn't really give anything, which is annoying. And then, yeah, as price came into that sell side liquidity, put in this strong bullish engulfing pin bar candle, and then price put in this bullish pin bar, or bearish bullish pin bar, which failed to continue higher. Again, another trade, another bullish pin bar, and then price tried to close up and then failed, and then it just dropped. Yeah, I was looking to go long around these lows because we had a channel on the 15-minute. If we've been following or watching me, I know I trade channels, but I didn't really get an entry in the morning. Where is it? Which was a little bit frustrating. So yeah, right there, right. This is a initial market structure shift, which is something I like to see, which price failed to hold and then dropped. And then because this London session and the way price came down with this doji candle followed by a bearish engulfing candle, and then this pin bar, and then followed by this inverse fair value gap, I had set my orders right there. It stops below these lows, and honestly targets, I didn't even know where I would target, probably around here. And then as price pulled into that level, I closed or got rid of my entries or my limit orders, and then price pumped up, whatever. But another thing to consider was that channel was still in play. We had a market structure shift. We had a breaker block followed by a bullish fair value gap. Price pulls into that fair value gap, 618 retracement exactly to the T, finds support and then pushes up. But like I said, it's a Tuesday, bearish order flow. This is not the strongest sell side liquidity for me. Although it's a weekly time frame order block, it's not a stronger sell side liquidity, and I'm not really, unless I'm entering the trade at a low around here, I'm not really interested in taking a pullback trade on a market structure shift, because I don't predict price is going to hold that. Not on a Tuesday. Give me that on a Thursday and a Friday TGIF trades. Yeah, I'm entering that every single day. But on a Tuesday, no, I'm good. And then came out, took out London high, displaced. Again, pulled back, failed to make a new low. Alright, this is probably a good place to look for entries as well. We came up to cut a swing high. Again, key there. Swing high was taken out. Boom. Order block held. And then again, another bearish engulfing candle. Price pushed up. Again, I'm not looking to trade because we took out a sell side liquidity on the very weak one on the daily time frame at weekly time frame order block. So I wasn't really looking for a trade to go short, but honestly, I wanted price to move up more. I wanted to see price move up into these levels, not those levels, into these levels. But we had an order block liquidity grab there, and as price displayed slower after seeing this, I didn't really think we were going to go pull back. But I don't know how to trade the other ways. I don't know these entries, but I do know the 1 hour time frame entry, where if I see a strong bearish displacement, and if I'm bearish and then price comes in with a strong bullish candle, I'm entering there, because my prediction is we're going to go lower. But yeah, I did take a short trade though, even if I didn't understand the entry, which is not good of me. Was right here after we got this pullback, right? Like I said, I want to see a strong bullish move, which I did, but not on a 5 minute. 5 minutes too weak. And then I entered a trade somewhere after price failed to make a new high right there, and then displaced lower, and then I entered somewhere around here aiming for these lows, with stops above these highs, I believe would have been a good trade, but I wouldn't have been able to sit through that. And then price pushed up, took out the high, and then dropped, and then again pushed up, consolidated, and then dropped. So, and this was, I lost around 0.15% on this trade because I exited that trade straight away. There was no way I was staying in this trade. It's not, I don't understand it well enough to be staying in it for long term. And that was a bad trade, which is kind of annoyed. I want to minimize the number of bad trades I take on a weekly basis because it's where I'm losing all my money at the moment. All the good trades I'm taking are really good. They make sense, and they're profitable. But there's few bad trades that I'm losing just a small amount here and there. That's just digging into my profits, and I just want to aim for taking good trades and no bad trades, and that's one of my goals at the moment. But yeah, after that, price dropped, and unlike euro dollar, there was no sell side liquidity, buy side liquidity, sell side liquidity for price to find support. So I wasn't really looking to go long on this pair. Euro dollar obviously came into a major level at a key time, so I went long. But euro dollar, no, nothing. I'm just gonna wait until tomorrow post CPI to look for any trading opportunities. So cool.